Claire from Created the Ottaway. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. I've got a fun card for you today. Thank you for joining me. This is the card we're going to be making. It's a shaker card. You can make it as sparkly and as jazzy as you want. Just make it your own and own it. There's lots of different layouts you can do with shaker cards, but I thought I'd show you it with the Art Gallery stamp and die set, just to help you stretch the supplies that you already have already. So the Art Gallery set looks like this. Lots of double layering of stamps, and I've just used this leaf on the front just to make the flower come to life. And I've used the head of the flower, the die, just to make the window, and then we put the sprinkles behind, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. So shall we get started? So what you need is either an A6 card or half of an A4 sheet cut in half. I'm going to use a pre-made one just for speed today. So it's half of an A4 just cut in half and then folded again. Now we're not actually going to do too much to that card. It's about the layer on the top. So I have measured my white card to be just slightly smaller than my base card. So on here I know that this piece for my card is 3 7/8 by 5 1/2, and that will just fit on there like that. So what do we need to do on this bit? Well, the first thing that I need to think about is where I'm going to die cut the piece out for my flower. Now I've done it before where I've laid it on that way round, not realizing that actually when I die cut it's going to be that way. So make sure you've got it the cut inside down when you're looking at your placement. The other thing that I want to think about is on this stamp set, the stalk of the leaves goes right up, but the leaves are in the way a little. So I need to think about where my leaf is going to go. Now I want it sort of over to the left so that I can stamp my sentiment as well. So, and I know that that little gap there is where my stalk is going to go. So I'm going to stamp, I'm going to use Old Olive, and actually I'm just going to put little old mouse mat under there, just so it gives me something to stamp onto. Okay, let's get that in again. I want the flower not right at the top, but somewhere sort of 3/4 of the way down. If I just get that again, so about there. So I haven't done anything with my die cut, I've just inked up my leaf, and I'm just going to put that about there. So that is my leaf. I'm just waiting a couple of seconds really to help that soak in. That will lighten slightly as it dries. And then the other sentiment that I decided to use, there's quite a range in this set. Happy birthday, good luck, congratulations, sorry, I'm thinking of you. So a really good all-round sentiment set, as well as the lovely flowers. I'm just going to use a happy birthday, and I'm going to put that so it's almost attached to the stem. And that's that. That's all my stamping done. So I can put my ink out of the way, because I don't know about you, I'm quite prone to putting my card in it or my fingers in it. Now what I'm going to do is die cut this out. So I'm going to bring my mini one, my Stampin' Emboss. Is that going to go through there actually? Oh, where's that going to go? think it will. Let's see, shall we? It might just. So there's my layers. There's my cutting plates. That is going to go on there. I think I am stretching it. That die cut is going to go. I think that's going to crush it. I'm not going to use the mini one. Here's one I prepared earlier, the big one. Okay. So, sorry, all this rattling and rolling. I'm just getting the plates out for you. So that is going to go on there. Then my plate. Then my card. That isn't going to get squished now. I'm just going to line that die up. I don't know if you can see. So I'm just making sure that the point of the die is at the point of my stalk, but not across my leaf. So about there. And then we put that through. Okay, let's move that out the way. And then what you have is that piece die cut out. Okay, so that's pretty close to the stem. I think it will just look natural now. And then what do we need next? We need some acetate or some clear plastic. So it's just a sheet like this. Probably can't see it on camera, but I've cut this to 3 inches by 3 inches, and I'm going to stick that to the back of my piece. Now I'm going to use double-sided tape. You can use Tumbo glue, but it will take a little while to dry, and you have to be really careful about where you're putting it, because once you've got glue on this, it's going to spread everywhere. So I'm just making a frame around my acetate. So there's one side. It doesn't matter that I've gone over. And there's another side. Because you want a really good seal on this, which is why I'm using the double-sided tape. 2 more sides to do. And that. Ta-da! One more. I think that's about right. Okay. Right, so sticky side down, place it over your die cut flower head. Okay, just like that. So when you turn it over, you can see it's got a window on it. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is make a recess for the sequins to be in. So luckily Stampin'Up do these amazing foam adhesive sheets. They're very underused, but they're absolutely perfect for this type of shaker card. Okay, you get, I think it's something like 9 meters of it, which is amazing, for $7.25. And really you can use it for all sorts of things, but like I say, perfect for shaker cards. Don't want to come out. So I've just taken a whole strip, and I'm really going to make the shape around my flower. So I'm going to start maybe there. And I want it close to my die cut, but not so much that you can see it, not so far away. You can sort of bend it round the shape that you wouldn't see half of the sprinkles that are in it. So you just keep going until you're back at the beginning, and you just cut it so that it meets. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to use that bit on there because it seems silly to put it back. So that's my recess, and I just peel that off, and now it's sticky that side as well. I'm also at this point going to add some dimensionals here because I want my card to stand proud. So one in each corner. They're the same thickness as well, which is super handy. And then a couple more just in places that I think need a bit of added support. Okay, now if I bring our card back in, okay, so that's going to go around that bit there, so sort of about there. So I need to put some sequins in a pile on there. Now I haven't got any Stampin' Up sequins left because I use so many of them, but I've got this pot of all sorts of sequins I've collected, and I'm just going to mix some up. I think I'm going to go for greens and yellows. No, blues and yellows. Let's have a look at the blues. Blues. Oh. Don't be shy, put loads on because you really want them to show. And if you're like me, you've kept so many sequins for ages. Okay, there's a purple one there, stray. Do we let it stay? No, let's get it out. Oh, look at that. They're all going to go. They're sticking to me. What is it? Never work with children in animals. Children, never work with children or animals, and sequins or glitter. Okay, that is just going to go on there. Just going to push them all back together and just make a little pile of them as much as I can. I've got them on my nails. Okay, so get them into a little pile. Check where they are. Yeah, I think that is okay. Okay, now hopefully you would have peeled the backings off your dimensionals, whereas I've left it to the last minute, so that you can stick it. That one's already off. That one's off. That one's off. Okay, all looks okay. Before I finally put it on, I just feel like I need to push that in a bit. And then I'm just going to stick one side down, push them in some more. And just gently run my hand over the top. And give it a little shake to help spread them out a bit. And that is your shaker card done. I'm just going to press that down so you can see it. And then you've got this flower that you can stamp on and use on another card. So, an easy peasy shaker card. Now you could do this with all sorts of dies that give you a cutout like this. Butterflies, you could do it with squares or rectangles. You could stamp the image, stamp an image on the background, and the see-through window is like the reveal. Loads and loads of things that you can do. Thank thank you for joining me, and please do get in touch. Bye.